Top 7 reasons why separation is not the solution. Should I get a divorce? Most people have thought about divorce at least once during their marriage. For some, divorce is a constant threat. For others, it feels like the only hope. Whether you avoid the thought of divorce or think about it every day, this video gives 7 new things to consider. 7 panga great reasons not to divorce. Number 7. Divorce will hurt your kids. The first reason is something that should give us all pause. The kids. Should you stay married for your children? Well, maybe not, but at least think about how divorce will affect them. You might get over it in time, but they never will. They will never get over the loss of their family, and their lives will never be the same. Never. When parents start living separate lives, a child's world is shattered, and they must navigate a new reality. There will be long-lasting financial, emotional, developmental, academic, and psychological repercussions. For that kid, the fairy tale is officially over. Yes, kids do move on, but they are affected forever. Number 6. Divorce will bring emotional devastation. Divorce is emotionally devastating for most people. It forces us to kill all of the hopes and dreams we were counting on when we decided to marry. It separates us from the one person we believed would always be there for us, holding our hand when we got old and feeble. We may deny it, but there is always pain with separation. Divorce is a type of death, and we will need to grieve the loss of the relationship just as we would if a person we love died. Number 5. A divorce leads to a loss of confidence. We grow up thinking that we will marry and be happy. When we fail at that, our self-confidence and belief in ourselves is deeply affected. We have failed at one of the key jobs of adulthood: to find a suitable mate and make it work. Another aspect of confidence that is affected is our confidence in our desirability. This is why newly divorced people often go through a stage of serial dating, desperately seeking to re-establish themselves as being attractive and wanted. Or they may fall into another relationship right away, rebounding instead of carefully choosing someone who is healthy for them, compounding and complicating the already raw wound of divorce. Number 4. Loss of identity. When divorce happens, both individuals lose that familiar role of husband or wife. Even if the marriage is troubled, there is still security in knowing that you are this person's spouse. All of that is gone when the divorce papers are signed. You are no longer the wife of so-and-so, you are now just their ex. Not a very affirming title. Women feel this in a very literal way as they go from Mrs. to a Ms. Not only that, but many women must wrestle with the decision of changing their name back to their maiden name, or continuing to identify with a name that no longer reflects who they are. Marriage gives us a strong identity and role in this world, and divorce takes that away. Now this is a very difficult one, and painful for many people. You know how when you got married, everyone said you were marrying your fiance's family as well. Well, this truth also works in reverse. When you divorce your wife, you are also divorcing her family. In most cases, family members will often feel forced to take sides, and guess who they are going to pick? Of course, they'll choose the blood relation. So the relationship you built with your in-laws will probably end. Number 2. Loss of friends. Divorce will have a dramatic effect on your social life. In most social circles, a person's marital status is important and affects the dynamics of most social interactions. Couples often feel more comfortable being friends with other couples, and making the switch to singles instead of one deuce will shake everything up. If you are really close, the couple might choose to see you both at different times. But usually, friends feel forced to take sides and be loyal to their original friend. This doesn't sound very nice, but it's a reality. Also, some couples don't feel as comfortable hanging out with a divorced person. Their lonely presence serves as a reminder that things always don't work out. Friends might question their own marriages, and problems that were once covered up may begin to rise to the light of day as they witness your breakup. Now at the top of list is financial tangles and added expenses. The longer a couple stays married, the more time they have to build assets. Couples who have been together for a long time often enjoy a great deal of financial stability. Staying together allows them to accumulate assets and good credit as both partners work together for the good of their household. Divorce disrupts this building process and forces both parties to start from scratch. According to Nolo Press's nationwide divorce survey, most reported paying a total of around $15,500 for their divorces, and if it is contentious, it can cost a lot more. According to Divorce Magazine, many divorces cost well over $100,000. Divorce is expensive in so many ways. There are the actual legal costs of obtaining a divorce judgment. If there are children involved, custody and child support must be handled. If there are assets, they must be divided. All of these things involve extra expenses and billable legal fees. Anytime a judge is involved, you must pay for the lawyer's time. Job situations also have to change to accommodate a new schedule and a new situation. This can affect employment. If one person has been a student, they may no longer find it possible to continue with their studies after the support of their spouse is gone. For anyone already divorced, I recommend moving on and making the best of your life. Heal in life. I do not intend to make anyone feel worse about what's already happened. Similarly, for those in abusive or adulterous situations, I do not mean to guilt you into staying in an impossible situation. Instead, this article is for those who have the choice. I do so want to make that distinction clear. Disclaimers aside, though, I plead to those who are in the position of considering divorce to consider the cost. It is a huge decision and not one to take lightly. Few, if any, escape unscathed. Before you divorce, be sure to consider the consequences, because they are serious.